Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hi, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Is this camera angle okay?
Can you just make it straight? You're just in a little sleeping position. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just a second. Okay, hello, sir. My name is Sanjana, and as we have seen in the poster, and for everybody here, this is Mr. Akshay. So he's one of the participants for the video short film festival competition right here. So hello, Mr. Akshay. How are you doing?
I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be talking to you. So, you know me, I am Sanjana here. So, we want to know something about you. So, what about your introduction? When and where were you born? And I want to know a little information about you.
Yes, ma'am. So I was born in Bangalore. Uh, I'm a doctor by profession. Finished my MBBS.
Oh,
Film and acting has sort of been my passion since a long time. So it's something that I wanted to do before moving on forward with my life. And yeah, like they say, follow your passion. So I'm just trying my best to follow that. And
that
yep,
is true because, like, professionally, you're a doctor and following this passion at the same time is very different and nice to see.
yes, ma'am.
So, what I wanted to ask you is this: the Videotape Film Festival has given you a platform to show your short film and to showcase it, right? So, what do you feel standing here and what was your thoughts before you sent it, and now how are you feeling?
Well, before I sent it, I honestly thought that it was like I've sent my film to many festivals, so I thought why not give it another shot. So I just sent it, and then I love the thing that you guys are actually doing interviews both in Kannada and in English to each and every participant. That's something really great. I feel for the exposure that all beginning filmmakers and actors are getting. So yeah, now I feel great knowing that I'm getting a platform to voice out my opinions and my thoughts. So thank you for that, for the whole
No
team.
problem. Most welcome. Actually, like we believe that every person will just see the story or we just see the movie, but we won't know about them or what it took to get to that movie, right? So at least according to the interview, we can know a lot of things about you. So and what was the main thing? Like now you told you are a doctor and MBBS by profession, right? So where did you get this interest for this acting and direction and everything? Because your field is completely different from what is your passion. So how did something like this strike you to go towards that path?
Okay. So I think since beginning I've had a flair for art as a whole. I've always been a little extravagant that way, where I've had a lot of more talents than what it normally would take to become, career oriented towards medicine. I can say that. So as I was in my MBBS, there were a lot of I have to credit a lot of my friends and my a few of my people who are very close to me who got it to my attention that there is something more than just following a certain path or following something that has been set out for you. So that way I went on a path to actually find out, what I may actually be meant for or what my interests are. And it's been a thing in my head about acting since a very small age, but we're usually given that illusion that acting is mainly for a certain group of people, or it's not
That's the
for
thing
everyone.
in Indian society that I
Yeah,
agree to
yeah.
it.
So,
How do you feel now when you have achieved that and made a short film of your own? And I'll personally tell you, it's a beautiful movie. I watched it 2 to 3 times to see, and it was very impressive as to. And the main part of the movie was the title. It was very catchy, and I liked it a lot. So I personally liked the movie, and it was good to know that these small things. And they say it's always good to dig out your talent and try it to see if you succeed in it or not. So it's very good that you went on the path that you are interested in and not what people asked you to do. That's very
right.
good.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for that compliment. It means a lot to me. And yes, like you said, it does feel amazing. That's This is my first short film, which is something that I wanted to do since a year or two. Initially, interestingly, I've had a flair for photography and the camera, which I started maybe a year or two back, and that's when I discovered that acting is something that's truly from the bottom of my heart. Living each character is something that's very appealing to me. So these small things that I acquired over the past 1 or 2 years about cinematography, color editing, and all that, it really helped out when I had to direct or shoot my own short film, and that made the strong base for what I did now, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm sure when you were learning like all this editing and color editing and everything, you would have not thought that it will have such an impact, such a huge impact on what you're doing today, right? At that point, it would be just like a hobby or something just new to learn. But they say any talent or any kind of education never goes for a waste. So I think that went like that in your case, if what it sounds like.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, that's the case. That's the case.
And like you told, if it's your first film, then I can't believe that it's your first film because it has come out so beautifully. And then if this is your first film, I can see your legacy going higher and higher in every film you go. And I personally will be a big fan of you to watch all your movies for sure.
Thank you. It means a lot. Thank you very much.
So the concept for all the people who are here and who have not watched the movie, please go watch Quiet Love. It's an amazing movie. So what I wanted to ask is, how did you get the concept of this Quiet Love? Because there is plenty of fish in the sea, and you could have just picked anything, maybe comedy or action or drama or anything. How did you get this particular concept, and how did you manage to get such a beautiful film out of it?
Okay, thank you so much for that question, ma'am. So I suppose it all started off maybe 3 or 4 months back when I was talking to one of my good friends, and he told me that we discussed a lot of ideas, and mainly what probably gave me the idea to shoot this was that I wanted to shoot a very short film which required the least amount of, the best out of the least, if I can say that. So the most I can get out, that's the house I've shot in is the one I'm living in. And another
Oh,
limiting factor was that I did not have a team to say, since I'm doing my work and everything in our profession, you don't find so many people, right? So I wanted to shoot it completely alone with a single person on screen, and
that was
try to
actually
bring
going
out
to be my
something.
next question, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
How did you manage to do everything alone? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, yeah, I suppose it just came out with what I have learned from a year or two. The idea was very simple, ma'am. Something where I can get the most out of least. So, a single person on screen, if I can be captivating enough to at least 20% of the people who see it to watch the entire film, it's got a beautiful small ending. I wanted to make something very beautiful out of something very small. That's all. Yeah.
That was a beautiful thing, and I think whatever you thought has come out in the movie. And like you told, you've done everything single-handedly. So, how tough or how challenging was it to do everything on your own? Because usually everybody's like jack of all, master of none, but it looks like you've mastered every department. So, what were the challenges that you faced when you were doing all this single-handedly?
Uh, that's a that's a big thing to say that I've mastered all of them, but thank you. And like the way I did it, I can say is that I first went and researched it. Actually, it was a little more overwhelming than what I thought. To be very honest, I thought, what is there? You got to be on screen. I concentrated more on acting. Editing, I've done it before. It's gonna get over within 2 weeks, but it took me like around 1.5 to 2 months. I got a lot of help from my friends and family, and I've been learning acting from a platform called Acting Sutra. So they have the main coach there has been teaching me regarding acting everything. So the credit goes to all of them, even though I've given out just my name there. Yeah, it was actually little more time consuming than what I thought it was.
Yeah, like if everybody else is there, then they have their own departments to handle. But if it was single-handed or you had to do everything on your own, then it took. Yeah, background support is much needed by anything for that matter, not only this. So it's very nice how you handled everything very well. I'm sure you would have faced a lot of up and downs, but it's good if you would have managed everything. So it's really nice to see it that way.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Because you know in any movie or any short film, there's always some background story or the BTS, right? So is there any funny or different incident that happened when you were having this? Like that, so is there something that you would like to share? Any funny or a weird incident, maybe?
Okay. A weird or a funny incident, I think, would be when I completely underestimated the value of costumes, I guess, because my film has a fast forward scene where I show many days.
Yes.
So the same dress, I had to go back, get it, and then that was a little. I had underplayed that card, if I can say. So once I had to sit down and make note. This day, which shirt I was wearing, which pant I was wearing. The next day, which shirt I was wearing, which pant I was wearing. So yeah, that that was a little.
And because
I
you're a boy,
expected
I
it.
don't think you concentrate that much on clothing and the way you look, and also it might be a little difficult for you to arrange everything in that sequence, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So like now going towards your story or going towards your movie, like almost about 4 minutes of your movie, it was shown like how an everyday lifestyle goes. It's like a very monotonous way, very boring, and you were alone and just waiting for your friend to text you and you would go down and everything. So it was just in a monotonous way. And suddenly you get a message from a girl, and the same incidents you do is a little more enlightening, is a little more happier, right? So, how important is love or a person or a companion you think in any one personal life? Like in general, not talking to you personally right now, but in general, how important is this love or companion thing in life?
Hmm. You asked a
Was
very simple question which requires a very, very big answer, but
right.
to say it in the most simplest way I can, I think it's like breathing. Love is something which is universal. You know, whether you're doing good or bad,
Absolutely.
you either love doing good or you love doing bad. But love is universal. So
That's
it's sort of
very
like
deep.
breathing. So that's why I told you that that was a very simple and that was a very elaborate question framed in the most simple way.
Why I asked you was because for many people they say love is not that important, it doesn't matter to them in their life. But I think at one point you do look up to that one person who's really there for you and who really loves you, right? So, and I did get the answer. It's like breathing, it's like universal. Yes, totally agreed. I'm also a person like that. So, definitely it is. And in half of the movie, when I was watching the movie, I was always wondering as to why you named this movie Quiet Love. But later, when you gave out the secret as to why it was Quiet Love and why the movie was so silent, it was very catchy and it was very deep to understand as to why. And out of nowhere, it just says that because you can't speak, or because your friend asked you, did you tell her that you can't speak? That was something. It was a very good twist for the first movie, I feel. So you would have seen a lot of movies where they give different type of twists, different type of endings. How did you come up to this particular twist? Quiet Love could have been just anything else in a silent tone. How did you land upon this thing where you wanted to give this kind of a twist?
Ma'am, I think the framework of the type of movie I wanted to make before itself was that I wanted to keep it. Uh, you get in a short movie, you get like what, 5, 6, 10 minutes,
Yeah, yeah.
and I didn't want to complicate it too much. I wanted to keep love as a simple factor, give it a small twist, and the character which I played was I wanted to keep it like a very relatable person, right? So even in the beginning, you don't get to know that he's probably disabled or something. You feel like he's a normal person without any dialogue in the film, and I kept it black and white for that reason, so that you don't doubt anything in the beginning. So if the viewer can get past the first half, uh, it actually takes a brilliant turn. So the twist came to that point where I was like, okay, we'll keep a small twist, but still retaining the beauty of the entire film or the character that was involved. Yeah.
That was evidently shown, and like you told, any movie is either color or it's black and white, but the effect of everything black and white and only your face highlighting to the color was more impactful also. It was something really different. I don't know, but I think this is the first movie I have seen something like that, so it was very nice to see. And I would want to tell you one more thing. It's not a question, but it's like a maybe uh, opinion or whatever you would name it. There are a lot of movies with so many dialogues, so many characters, a lot of background things going on, yet we don't understand a story. But your story comes where there is no dialogue, you don't speak anything, but still the story is so evident and it's so clear. So I think I would love to appreciate on that, that even without speaking a single dialogue and even without having a lot of characters, maybe just another girl that too with just a random name. I don't even know if it's like real or not, and you never appeared anywhere else. Like no other character was shown in real. So even with just such a monotonous way, the story was very evident, and that is what is one of the main thing that I liked in the stories personally.
Thank you, ma'am. That means so much to me because that is exactly what I wanted to show to the audience, whoever has seen it. So that means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Now, talking to you because, like you told, you had a lot of interest in acting from before, and this path was always your passion. So, in a movie, either when you direct it or when you watch it, how important are the characters in the movie and the storyline? And how impactful you think are those two things when an audience has to see the movie?
Ma'am, this is my opinion, is that I believe there are different, it's completely personal, I feel. Art itself is such a subjective matter that each person, there is no one right or wrong. So sometimes maybe the storyline might be overwhelming the characters. Sometimes the characters may be overwhelming the storyline. And there are some moments where both of them are given equal importance. But if you're asking me how important the characters are to a storyline, um, I can say that it's not probably the maybe we can it's not Olympics that is as big as the players in it. You have to give equal importance to each of them, I suppose. So it only becomes big when there are those people who deserve it involved in the storyline. If I hope I didn't make it too confusing.
No, no, no. That the relation of the Olympics and the players was clear. That is what I wanted to know last, like as to why how important it is. Now I have a personal question for you. So have you ever fallen in love?
Oh, many times, yes. Have you fallen in love? Is yeah, of course, of course,
One
definitely.
side or two-sided? Like you got your true love?
Uh, for a long time, it has been one-sided, ma'am. For a long time, it has been one-sided. Then finally, it became two-sided in a different part of my life. Yeah, that's. I think that's just about how much personal I can go. Beyond that, I
No,
don't
I
think
won't
certain
ask you
people
for
would.
anything more. Don't worry. I'll not want you to reveal your secrets.
See, I did not
So
say I have a girlfriend. I just told you that there is or was. I don't know. Maybe,
no,
maybe not.
that see, true love doesn't necessary that now I have a girlfriend. Either you had or it was one-sided, but true love is
I
what
have
matters.
experienced it. That is important.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that is more important. Even if you don't get it again, it's okay. I think we are
Yes.
all on the same page. Okay, now a
Yes.
small rapid fire round, which I don't want you to think a lot, just answer soon. It's not any science or rocket science, it's just basic questions in something you like. Okay,
Yeah.
so if you had to choose out of the industries, that is Bollywood, Sandalwood, Tollywood, Hollywood, which would you choose?
No, no specific at all. Because I did not get into it because of any industry. I got into it because of.
Like what you want to get into, what you like watching, like personally, what do you like to watch?
Ma'am, I really wish I could give you a specific answer on that, but I can quickly tell you that language has no barrier for me because I've watched Malayalam movies, I've watched Kannada, I've watched Hindi, I've watched English. I really don't have any preference.
Multilingual. Multilingual. That's nice.
Multilingual. It really is multilingual. I have to be honest. Yes.
Okay, then can you choose a favorite actor out of everyone you have seen or someone who really inspires you in the industry?
Someone who really inspires me, I think, off the top of my head, I have to say Yash because he comes from Karnataka and I'm born in Bangalore. I'm a Kannadiga, so I've followed his route to where he is right now, and I don't know. It's just of every generation, you have a certain person who you look up to, and yeah,
Yes.
Yash sir is someone. It just brings a smile on my face, ma'am. That's all I can say.
I think most of the people in Karnataka, I would say more than 95%, are a big Yash sir fan, at least because of the way he has reached till now, or the way the KGF has reached another level itself. So I
It is
think
a
more
big
and more
privilege
number of,
for all of us.
yes.
Yes.
So I'm sure many of the audience also will be like, shouting in their own minds about when you say Yash's name here. So, so if you know a lot of Yash movies, right? So which would you wish, or which do you feel that you would play a character in which movie of that actor? Which movie of
Oh,
that do you like, and what character would you like to play if you had got a chance to?
I've actually never thought of this one.
It's okay, we take time. It's not that rapid fire also. You can take time.
Which one I would love to have been a part of a film. Uh, actually, I want to say KGF because it's made such an impact, but Googly holds such a special place in my heart, which was one of the first films that I've seen Yash sir's. So probably to be a part of that masterpiece would have been a big honor. Yes.
Like same goes. Like till we saw KGF, I think other movies also were very, very beautiful. Like Googly, Mr. and Mrs. Ramachari, all that. Everything played a very good role. Now coming to the heroine side, like if I would tell you, you could choose a person or a heroine to go on a coffee date with, who would that be? Who would that heroine be, and why?
Hmm. I've never thought about this. A
It's time
heroine
to
who I would love to go on a coffee date with.
yes.
It have to be of today's generation or
No, no, no. It can be of your mother's, your grandmother's generation as well.
Madhuri Dixit ma'am has been like the eternal beauty, So
Evergreen,
to just
evergreen.
I wouldn't. I don't even need to be on a date. I would just like to sit very far away, not in a creepy way, but just look at the grace that she has. Yeah.
Agreed, agreed. I think many
Yeah.
of us, even though now there are a lot of heroines upcoming, those evergreen heroines are what is still in our heads. And that time of movies is what we run, like the Hum Saath Saath Hai, Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, that generation of the movies still run on, like I can binge watch them n number of times even today. So yeah, that is a
Yeah.
good option to go back to the evergreen ones. Which genre of movie do you like to watch or you personally like to create? Like romantic, comedy, action, thriller?
Ma'am, to watch or to create? Okay, to watch. Hmm, I do not have a specific one because I've enjoyed most of the ones I have watched, and I think off the top of my head, like if I'm feeling down, I usually tend to go down to something which has a type of a family comedy, and those light comedy ones to watch, but not to shy away from thriller or any other sort of films. But to create, as of now, I'm. No, ma'am. Like I told you, right? Like I don't like to limit it to any specific genre because I'm not there yet. I'm very, very beginning in this. So there is no specific thing that I want to create, not create, or anything. It's just it all has its own audience. All of them are great in their own sense. Yes.
Yeah, you're an artist, so any side the track goes, I think you would like to follow it in order to experience everything.
True, true. Yes, ma'am.
If you direct a movie, genre is your wish or whenever you direct. Let's say you're going to a proper, not a short film, the proper film movie. So, which
Hmm.
hero, except for Yash, of course, would you like to cast as you being a director in it?
Ma'am, I think it depends on which film I'm shooting, no?
Let's say any romantic movie, then who do you think will be the perfect suit for the romantic movie? I can get Yash's name because I've seen some movies, but
Well,
except him,
you
anyone
totally
else?
know Yash sir's name. Like since I've
No, no.
seen all sorts of films, then maybe I feel I don't think I'm there where I can say this also who I would like to cast. But I'm
No,
all
it's okay.
like
It's
I've seen a
always
lot of
been a
Nani sir
ideal
film
thing. Oh,
from
I'm
the
a
Telugu
good
industry.
fan of him.
Yes, so he's so natural in what he does, and yeah, probably him for the romantic
Yeah,
films.
that's Star Nani, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was very, very good talking to you. So I personally wish you all the best for qualifying in the next rounds of this particular platform, and may you win. So is there any next project in your mind or anything that is on the way?
Oh yes, from an actor's point of like I'm mainly more of an actor than a film director. From the actor's point of view, yes, I have a lot of things planned for myself because I'm shifting to another city now, whether Bangalore or Hyderabad, depending on certain circumstances. So there are a few things planned. I would love to shoot another short film, but I'm looking for a nice group of to form a group because I do not have that as of now. That's why I had to shoot a film where I had to be alone. So yeah, I think if I win this short film festival, it'll do wonders. Probably because it'll help me get connected with the people who have the same mindset or have the same zeal and drive. Yeah.
Yeah, that is very important for you to like to have a crew as well when you're doing everything because you need a lot of support. And I really wish you best of luck for your upcoming projects as well as for you to win this. Now, coming as a participant of this videotape short film festival, so what are your expectations after you do this? Like, for example, either you win or not, secondary. Now, at least because you've entered into such competitions, what is the thing that is in your mind? Like, you want to just try more and more short coming like short films, or you want to enter more film festivals and submit your documentaries, or not wait for such platforms and just go in the direction because of the audience.
Ma'am, with respect to my short film, I think I've submitted to a lot of short film festivals already, and yeah, I think short films are a great, amazing way where you can have the entire experience of not the entire one, but at least a majority of the film, how to shoot a film and what it takes to shoot a film and everything. So short films, I love short films, creating them or to be a part of it. So I would not at all shy away from being a part of any other short film. And yeah, apart from that, what was your third question, ma'am? I didn't, I forgot.
What I meant was like there are many people who sometimes get degraded that if they enter into a competition, like not only this, any competition for the
Right.
matter, they enter and they don't go on to the next round, so they lose the confidence they have also. So are you going to wait for your short films to go through these competitions and then hit success, or you will still just keep moving forward, just trusting in your heart?
Okay.
Is what.
No, ma'am. I once you've done your work, my job was done the day I submitted my short film to YouTube. So apart from that, what I submit, whether I win, whether I don't win, see already like I gave submitted to Videotape Short Film Festival, and such a beautiful opportunity showed up where I can actually voice out my opinion on the short film, whatever happened. So I have to deeply thank all of your crew and committee to for giving all our filmmakers, all the actors, a chance to voice out what it means when they shot that. So yeah, the job is done once you finish it. There is whether you win or not. I think that is purely secondary, at least to me. But it
Yes,
does
that
feel good,
is
if you win.
yeah,
That is
that is
always
of course, and it's a huge level of success as well as a huge boost of confidence for you to go ahead, any competition for that matter or any win. Is there something you would like to tell this platform or how the interview went today?
Ma'am, like I said it right now, that what you people are doing and the way you guys reached out and the efforts you people have taken to uh, get each person who has submitted a short film, no matter how big, how small, beginner, not a beginner, to get them to voice out their opinions, have an interview with them is truly amazing. I personally have not seen this with any other short film. It might be there, but I don't know because the ones I have submitted to, this hasn't happened, and it feels amazing. It feels great. I really thank you people from the bottom of my heart for being so patient, having me on this platform and speaking to you. And the interview has been absolutely wonderful.
I
Thank
hope I
you
didn't make you
personally.
feel uncomfortable at any point. I hope you were okay talking with me.
No, not at all, not at all. Absolutely comfortable, at peace, no worries.
Okay, thank you so much for your precious time. It was a pleasure talking to you and to know about your journey and to know about you personally and what you faced and what you enjoyed when you were shooting this. And cheers to many more of the successful movies and waiting to watch more. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone who joined. Also, thank you so much for your time and watching this interview. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.